guys, it's Treasure and welcome back to my chest. So today we're going to be talking about the Artist Way. This is the first week of the 12-week program. So honestly, I'm just going to talk about what we learned during the first week and go over the exercises that I had to do during the first week. It feels weird because I haven't been to school in so long and this feels like I'm at school again. It just feels like I had homework to do and I had to do my little homework and shit. So yeah, and I said in the video that I was going to document it because I want to have like digital proof of my progress. So even if you guys don't want to watch this, I honestly do not give two fucks. I am mostly doing this for myself so I can go back to it when I'm going to be further down this program, or even just go back to it in a few years and just see like the progress that I've actually made creatively because of this book, because I've heard a lot of good things about it and I've seen celebrities literally use this damn fucking book and it has inspired me to just get into it. So let's get into it. I am initially doing this with my roommate. I don't think she's gonna be documenting it, but I am. So let's get into it. So for week 1, it's recovering a sense of safety. From what I read and understood, basically week 1 is to kind of work on the core negative beliefs that we have or that were kind of pushed onto us as we grew, kind of to go back in time and look at ourselves and just be like, what is it in our life that made it that we thought that we couldn't be artists, that we couldn't create, that we couldn't make art? What blocked us from being creative? And it also talks about like, you know, like people that they feel like they want to be creative, but they feel like they don't deserve it, or that like they shouldn't be creative because, again, of beliefs that either friends, families, or whatever the fuck pushed onto us to make us believe that, hey, you can't be an artist, you can't do art. And it's to work on that and try to recreate a sense of safety and kind of understand, why is it that I wasn't creative? Why is it that I wasn't making art? Why is it that I felt like I wasn't enough and that my art wasn't enough for me to actually be creative? Because I think I've talked about this, that I am a creative person. There's different outlets that I am creative with that I haven't been using for years. I haven't been creative in a lot of things just because I am such a perfectionist and I feel like my art needs to be a certain way. And most people just don't start. We don't do the art because when you're just starting, you know that your art is not going to be perfect. But the point is to just do the fucking art, because eventually you're going to get better at it. But I guess like we're also not patient, because it's kind of discouraging when you start art in a certain, like in something, and you realize, hey, my art sucks, especially in this day and age where there's social media and everything. So you keep comparing yourself to the art online or this and this and that, and you just don't feel like you're good enough. So it was basically to try and work on that. And when you understand where these negative beliefs come from and why you were made the way that you are, it actually helps you kind of, oh my God, I felt like I was gonna sneeze. It helps you kind of get rid of the blocks and actually start being creative. So I am a bit I feel a bit shy, like slash vulnerable, like talking about, like, please ignore my hair. Okay, I tried to do something with my hair and it did not work out, so that's why I'm keeping the hood for the whole video. Please don't judge me. I'm not showing you what it looks like. Anyways, so let me go. So this is the Artist Way, by the way. It looks like this. Week 1, recovering a sense of safety. Okay, you want me to read this? It says, this week initiates your creative recovery. You may feel both giddy and defiant, hopeful and skeptical. The readings, tasks, and exercises aim at allowing you to establish a sense of safety, which will enable you to explore your creativity with less fear. So basically working on your fear of being creative and just making sure that you feel safe to be a creative and start creating again. So like, there is a lot of tasks. When I tell you it's like you're going back to school, like it starts here and this is all the tasks. like, and it goes over here. So we'll start. Okay. So the first task was that every morning you set your alarm 1.5 hours early, and you get up and write 3 pages of longhand stream of consciousness morning writing, which she calls the morning pages. Basically, I don't wake up earlier to do them. I just wake up and do them. But I guess it's the fact that I'm unemployed. So I can wake up at the time that I want. I don't need to wake up early because I don't have to go to work. So basically, the morning pages is just writing in a journal what comes through your mind. That's all it is. And you have to write at least 3 pages. So and it's not something that you go back and read, or something that you try and write and make it look cute. No, this is just a way for you to literally get every thought that's in your brain out on paper, and then go on with your day. And you just go on with your day. I honestly, at first, I was kind of like, because I've been wanting to journal for a while, but I'm never consistent with journaling, like, ever. And this is the first time that I've been consistent with journaling. Because, like, let me just, like, I have all these pages. Like, when I start a day, I'll just write the date. I'll put 1, 2, 3, and I'll just keep writing until I'm done with my pages. And the shit that I write in this is like, some of it is bullshit. Sometimes when I don't have anything to say, I literally say the most random ass shit, but that's the point. It's just to get out everything out of your head. And if there's nothing else, what pops up, you just write it down. And to be honest, I didn't expect it to feel so good to do, because I don't know if you guys have had that, where you wake up one day and your head feels like it's almost throbbing, because it's the kind of day where you just have so many fucking things going into your mind, whether it's serious shit or whether it's just bullshit. And having to just go, like, my morning routine now is I get up, I go make my coffee, I bring my coffee on my desk, I get my notebook out, and I get my pen out, and I write it down. And I write the most random ass shit. Like, the other day, I didn't know what to write anymore, and I just saw my cat walking around and going to eat the food, and I was like, damn, my cat is so fat. He keeps eating. Like, that's all it is. It's not pages to make to, you have to be creative. It's just to get everything out on paper. Sorry, the cats are fighting. And it honestly feels good. Oh shit, something that I forgot to do. Oh well. And it feels good. And then you just, I'm just gonna go close my door. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. So, yeah, it helps you really feel like your head is just empty for the rest of the day, and it feels actually good. So if you're not reading this book, I would recommend doing the morning pages. It will help you no matter what. It clears your head for the day ahead, and then the things that you were worrying in the morning, you're not worrying about them during the day because you wrote in your book about it, and then you're fine. So I do recommend that. Then after the morning pages, number 2 is take yourself on an artist date. So basically, this book wants you to go on a date every week with yourself. A date that is going to stimulate your creative juices, I'm guessing. So like going to the museum, or going to the whatever, anything that like looks fun and that would be like what would help you be more creative. I live in Canada, okay? It's cold outside. It's cold. And this week I was like, there's no way in hell I am getting out of my house. So obviously I tried to make the date at home, and I decided to watch a movie, and I watched Cruella. And the reason why I watched that movie is, first of all, I wanted to watch that movie for a while. And second of all, I did not know that Cruella was around fashion. And as someone that has grown up and has wanted to be a fashion designer, and that has kind pushed that idea and just dropped that idea because I felt like I wasn't good enough. Anyways, there's a bunch of shit that went in my life that I was just like, you know what? Am I really gonna make it? No. So I just dropped that. And I just thought that it would be a good movie for me to watch as an artist date to kind of play with my creative juices, especially since I really like villain fashion, if that makes any sense. I feel like the fashion for villains is just more out there and it's always more fashionable than the heroes. So I was just like, villain fashion and a whole movie around someone wanting to be a fashion designer. I'm gonna watch it. And honestly, I really liked the movie. It was well made. It inspired me. Like it felt like it made me want to go and sit down and draw more clothes because of how like into it I was. It also got to me. There's moments where I was emotional because this girl has wanted to be a fashion designer ever since she was a kid, and I related to that. So it really, honestly, it got to me way more than I thought it would get to me. So yeah, it was a good artist date, and I was just like, okay. Then I was cozy in my blankets just watching the movie, and I guess it just reminded me of the love that I had for fashion and how, like, how do you say, how inspired I used to be a fashion designer. And then I just dropped it, and I just made me understand. It made me go like, why the fuck did I drop that dream? Because I just love fashion. And yeah, I think it's also the fact that in my mind, I thought that if I wanted to be a fashion designer, I had to be dressed a certain way and I had to be fashionable all the time. But with the years that went on, you know, not having a lot of money and not being very confident in myself, not being confident in my body, especially since me being plus size, it's very hard for me to be fashion, like to find fashion. Guys, if you're not plus size, finding clothes that is plus size and that looks good is rare. They think we're all grannies. And the brands that don't think we're grannies, either they're pieces of shit, either they're cheap, either they're super expensive. And, you know, it just made it that it was hard for me to be fashion forward, and I felt like I needed to. And I don't know. I started doubting myself a lot. So, yeah. That was the second thing that I needed to do, which was the this was the artist date. Then, number 3 is list 3 old enemies of your creative self-worth. So basically, going back in the past and trying to remember who are the people, well, the 3 main people that made you feel like you couldn't be creative and who have kind of blocked your creative self. Now, I will kind of talk about the things that I wrote, but I'm kind of shy, but I'm gonna do it because I said that I was gonna do it. First of all, I have shit memory, okay? So I tried to like put the people that came to mind. Please be aware that most of it does not like they're not all for like a creative outlet. I feel like just my personal style and the way that I dress felt to me like something that I was creative on. So when I had like comments on it, it would bother the shit out of me. So I'm gonna list the 3 old enemies of my creative self-worth. The first one that came to mind was my father's girlfriend. There's a moment when I was in college that I lived at my dad's house because it was just more convenient, and I had dreamt of living at my dad's house for a while, which I don't understand why, and I was experimenting with makeup back then, and I wore black lipstick for like, I don't remember if it was the first time or it was just, I guess, one of the first time that I was kind of wearing it out and not really worried about what people might think because black lipstick is a bit intense. And I got to the entrance getting out of my house, and my father's girlfriend saw me, and I kid you not, she jumped. She got scared. Because I was wearing black lipstick. Do you know like how it fucked in my mind? I was just like, am I scary? Because I'm wearing black lipsticks. And black lipstick looked good on me. And I feel like it got to me because one of my creative outlets is makeup. And another one of my creative outlets is fashion, creating fashion. So like, if you're gonna act scared because I'm wearing something that I really like that is making me happy, obviously it's gonna fucking get to me. And it, honestly, I remember this thing like it was yesterday. And I don't understand. I still don't get it. Why the fuck were you scared? Because I had black, whatever. Moving on. So, another one of it, the number 2, I wrote the popular boys in high school when I went to high school in Chambly. So basically I love to sing, and I kept going, like signing up for the choir when I was at school, whether it was in primary school or secondary school. And at some point in secondary school, our teacher was just like, oh, like, we're going to go and sing these songs in the cafeteria. Like Glee style. We're going in the cafeteria and we're going to sing it. I was already nervous because I was like, why are you making us do that? Like during a lunch, like it's not a, let's say like a concert that we're doing at the end of the year. It was just, hey, we're going in the cafeteria at lunch. You guys wear this weird ass hat and you're going to sing. Okay. And I was just like, damn. And I went and I was in the front and I was singing, and all the popular boys, they just showed up in front of us and they were all just sitting in the front and they were laughing the whole time. And I wanted to just hide my face and leave and run, because I was just like, why did you make us do this? Like this, I don't know if you guys have watched Glee, but the way that people treat the people in the choir in Glee is not that far off from the people in real life that are in the choir. Like they make fun of us. They just think we're fucking cringe. And it just, I feel like this is one of the reasons why it got so hard for me to just sing and just sing in public and just keep loving to sing, because people just make it feel like I'm a fucking loser because I love to sing, which makes no sense, because when you're an established pop star or an artist, people think you're cool, but when you sing but you're not famous, I guess you're a fucking dork. Anyways, that was not the only thing. There's another thing that is kind of conjoined to that. Let's say that it's my number 3, because the other ones, we'll keep it for another time. The guys in high school again. But that was my other high school, because I went to 2 high schools. I went to one for 2 years and the other one for 3 years after that. When I was at that second high school, I started making YouTube videos on my channel of me singing a cappella songs. They were posted on this channel, but they are private now, okay? They're private for a fucking reason. And people got the word that I made these videos, because I don't remember if I shared them on Facebook or something. I feel like maybe I shared them. And the boys at my school kind of found out about it. And when we were in class, I don't know if you guys had these, but there was like the electronic boards. It's like, it's not, the teacher doesn't use the chalkboard anymore. They have these white electronic boards where they can like show the websites they can show their computer on. And basically when we were at the end of class, when there was like 5 minutes left, there's like the popular boys in my class that was just like, oh, there's nothing to do. Teacher, can you please play Treasure's video on the fucking board? And then the teacher would not say no. So literally they would look up my YouTube channel and play my a cappella videos in class in front of everyone. And the thing is, I don't know if it was because they thought I sang good or if they were making fun of me. I didn't know. I couldn't fucking tell. And it just made me feel so fucking self-conscious, because I'm like, what are you guys doing? And then I was so fucking embarrassed. I'm just here in the middle of the class and 29 other people plus the teacher are watching my a cappella videos on the fucking board. It was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing, and I feel like that's another reason why I just don't make videos of me singing anymore, especially since I do need some vocal teaching. Like, I know I sing well, but I know what I do know that I need to work on it. And yeah, it just made me so fucking self-conscious, like, because I don't know, that's the thing, I didn't know they were making fun of me or not. And I don't know if it's, honestly, I think I might be autistic. I've talked about this in other videos, and I'm on the wait list right now to get assessed. I don't know if it's because of that I couldn't tell if they were making fun of me or not. But now that I think about it, I'm just like, I feel like maybe they were making fun of me. And back then I didn't see it as, anyways, that was a big issue for me. And it is one of the reasons why singing in public has been getting really hard for me. Then the next thing after that, they said to write out one horror story from your Monster Hall of Fame. So basically it's a bit similar to the last one, but just explaining a story where you felt like, you know, it was a fucking horror story. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to explain it. So basically, again, in high school, I got bullied a lot. Okay. And bullying has worked a lot with my creative juices and who I am as a person. So when I was in high school, I think it was second year of high school, that's when like skinny jeans started to be a thing. Everyone was wearing fucking skinny jeans and everyone wanted to wear skinny jeans. And I went to the store with my mom, and this store came out with colorful skinny jeans. And please note, I've always wanted to be a fashion designer. So when I was in school, I was trying to be kind of fashion forward. The type of clothes that I wanted, the type of shoes that I wore, the type of jewelry that I wore was very different from everyone. And when I first started dressing like I wanted, I didn't care what people thought. It's as people kept saying shit or making fun of me that I started being like, oh, is my style just weird? Like, am I just, I don't know. It made me doubt myself. So basically, I saw those colorful skinny jeans and I was like, ooh, colorful jeans. I was so fucking excited because the school where I went, we had a uniform polo shirt. That polo shirt was so ugly. Oh my God. So wearing colorful pants was like the most expression that I could put on my fucking outfit. So when I saw those colorful skinny jeans, I was like, Mom, if they fit, can I have them? She's like, yeah, I literally bought all the colors. I bought a purple one, I bought a pink one, I bought a red one, I bought a yellow one, and I bought a blue one. Yeah, my mom bought me all the colors. I was fucking excited to wear them at school. And guess what? I got bullied. Every fucking day, man, that I was wearing these damn fucking pants, I was getting bullied. I was getting called names. Like, if I would wear the purple ones, they would call me Barney. If I would wear the red ones, they would call me Santa. If I would wear the fucking pink one, they would call me Bubblegum. Like, if I wore the fucking blue ones, they call me a Strumpf. And the yellow ones, I don't remember what they said. I think it was either a Canary or a fucking Simpsons. I don't fucking know. But it's just like, guys, like, I know that the nicknames that they're used are not really, they're not really that insulting. But it's just like, can I not wear what the fuck I want without people making comments about it? They were like every time. And the more they would say shit, the less I wear those fucking pants. And it just fucked with my head because, like I said, one of my creative outlets and expressions is fashion. So if I'm happy wearing something and you guys bully me every fucking day about it, obviously I'm not going to feel as comfortable to wear it. So yeah, that didn't fucking help. And I swear to God, I hated that school because most of the horror stories that I have are from people from that school. I have another one, but I'm just like, girl, I'm going to be spending like fucking an hour talking if I keep talking about shit. So number 5, it was write a letter to the editor in your defense. So it's basically writing a threat letter to a fake editor defending yourself. I'm not gonna read the letter, but basically I said that, yo, fuck these bitches that were bullying Treasure because she had an amazing sense of style and they were just jealous and projecting onto them because they didn't have the courage to do it. That's true. I feel like that's true. Like, why are you bothering me because I'm wearing different clothes? Are you just sad because you don't have the fucking courage and braveness to wear what the fuck you want? I'm going to assume that's what it was. Because why are you bothering me? Because I'm wearing pink pants. Fucking people in high school, man. I swear to God. Then, number 6, list 3 old champions of your creative self-worth. So this is the opposite. You list 3 people that have made you feel more confident about your creative outlets. So, first one. Again, I have bad memory. So if there's things that felt better than what I wrote, it's possible, but they didn't come up to me in my mind when I was writing them down. So, the first one was my stepfather. So when I was young, I think I was in primary school, me and my friend, we were saying that we were going to go become pop stars together at some point in our lives. So, and our group name was fucking cringe as hell, but I started actually writing music when I was alone because I was just like, we need to write our songs if we're gonna be pop stars. And my stepfather has a DJ booth. Like, he goes in the basement and he makes like beats and like remixes. So I was just like, ooh, well, we're gonna be pop stars. I can ask my stepfather to make the beats. So I asked him and he was just like, well, you need to have your songs written. So I had a written song and I showed him the lyrics and he was like, damn, that's good. Why am I getting emotional? Sorry. Oh, fuck. I didn't want to be emotional. But yeah, he read it and he was just like, he actually looked like surprised. He was just like, damn, that's actually good. And I don't know why, but all my life I've had a hard time writing music because I'm just writing it and I feel like it sucks. So when I was young, to have my stepfather just be like, hey, that's actually good, like, keep writing, it mattered a lot to me. My stepfather, obviously, I have a weird relationship with him because he's not perfect, but he had his moments and he was a better father figure to me than my own dad was. So it felt very validating, and I don't understand why I don't keep writing because, yeah, I guess I just want everything to be perfect all the time. So if it's not perfect or in the process of, I just don't really like it. But yeah, it really got to me and it felt good. And yeah. Then the second one was my high school music teacher. So that was the second high school that I went to. I had a music teacher. Basically, we had to have an instrument in that damn fucking class. I was playing the clarinet, but I'm a singer. So the instruments, they were just, I wasn't really interested in the fucking instruments that we had in this class. And there wasn't like a guitar or something. There was the bass, but like the bass and the drums were like 1 or 2. So like it was already taken by someone else in the class. So I was just like, I didn't really have that much of an interest in the fucking clarinet. And I had told my high school teacher that I loved to sing, and she basically let me be free, and she would add singing numbers to the end of the year concerts, and she'd let me choose which songs I wanted to sing, and she'd make me like do tests and like sing in front of the class and shit. And like, I think just having someone kind of believe in my talent and just be like, hey, you love to sing, I don't give a fuck, you like it, you sing well, let's put a number and you can sing it in front of everyone at the concert at the end of the year. And that was really encouraging to just let me, I don't know, express myself through an instrument that I liked that wasn't the fucking clarinet. So yeah, I ended up, I was kind of cringe though. I would sing fucking One Direction songs. But I wasn't singing the hits. I was singing like the songs that only Directioners knew. Like, there's one of the concerts, I think my concert when I was in the last year, I sang Half a Heart by One Direction. And I sang it a cappella. And that was a year that I had lost my best friend because he had just stopped talking to me because I had done something dumb. And he was in the crowd. And I had sang that song because I felt like half a heart without my best friend. And funny enough, at the end of the show, despite us not being on talking terms, he came up to me and he was just like, I had chills, you sang really well. And I was like, so yeah, that was a very good moment for me in that moment in time. And then the third one is some girl I was working at Sephora. I don't remember her name because there were so many people working at Sephora. I do know her name starts with a T. That's all I remember. So when we worked at Sephora, we had these little papers where if we wanted to encourage someone else in the team, we could write a little note about them and just post it on the fridge. So when we went on break, we could see like people making notes about you. And despite us being like 100 employees, I never had any notes. Why am I so emotional in this fucking video? I never had any notes. No one was really writing any notes with my name on it. So I was just like, oh, okay. I guess I suck. And there was one day where I saw a note with my name on it. So if you're watching this, thank you. Because I guess people don't really understand that, like, even if it's just one person, it means a lot. It means a lot, especially if you're used to, like, not getting any. Like, we were so many at Sephora, so to, like, be able to put these little notes on the fridge and not have anyone think of me to put the note in, when I saw that note, I was just like, fuck, I didn't plan on crying in this video. I'm so sorry. I guess it's getting to me to, like, talk and actually say it, but, like, I think I don't even remember what the fuck she wrote, because my memory is shit, but I think she wrote something like, your looks are always on fleek or something like that. And I was just like, it meant a lot to me. And I think this just proves that, like, if you want to compliment someone and you're hesitating to do it, just do it, because you don't know how much that compliment will mean to that person, because it meant a lot to me. Okay, so sorry. Next, so there was this, the next exercise was write one happy piece of encouragement. So basically you write a letter to the champion that has helped you on your creativity. And my letter, I wrote it as if I was writing to my music teacher. So I'm not going to read it, but basically I just say that, like, that she believed in me when I didn't really believe in myself, because back then I really hated myself. I wasn't, like, despite me loving to sing and not being shy to sing in front of people, I had a lot of confidence issues. So to have a teacher believe in me and let me add musical numbers to the concert when it has nothing to do with the curriculum, it really encouraged me and really made me realize that people believed in me despite me not believing in myself at the time. And that it really helped me realize that, like, my dreams were not as far-fetched as I initially thought that they were. So yeah. The next one is 8. It's imaginary lives. What would you do in all of them? So basically, you have 5 imaginary lives. What would you do in those 5 other lives if it wasn't what you want to do in this life right now? So I'm gonna tell you. The first one would be a mermaid. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have seen that shit on Instagram. Well, there's these girls that wear mermaid tails and they do mermaid shows. Yeah, I would like to be a mermaid showgirl in another life. Okay. 2, a queer / bar nightclub owner. This is something that I've been wanting to do at some point, because there's a gay village in Montreal that is kind of run down compared to the last years, but that was the gay village was very, very important to me when I was growing up and when I first started going out. So owning a queer bar or nightclub in that village, that would probably be another lives of me, that I would be that type of owner of a bar and nightclub. Then number 3 was a pop star. I wanted to be a pop star when I was a kid, but, like, I got over that because I saw the industry, how it was and everything, and I was just like, hell no. And 4 is a horror movie actress, because I'm sorry, but I love actresses that are just known to be horror movie actresses, like Mia Goth, Jenna Ortega, Christina Ricci. I don't remember. You know what I mean? Like, the girls who, like, you see them and you just think about the horror movies that they were in. Or just Matthew Lillard. He's not an actress, he's an actor, but he's done so many horror movies and he's in horror movie icon. So basically in another life, I would love to be a horror movie actress slash icon. I would love that. I would love that. Like, I want to be a final girl. I want people to remember me as a final girl. Anyways. And 5 is a mixologist. Because that shit looks fun as hell. It feels like you're making potions. You're making potions as a living and you're giving them to people. That's amazing. So, yeah, that's number 8. Oh my god, I'm at 35 minutes. That's crazy. Okay, so this is the last one, I promise. 9, turn each negative blurts into positive affirmations. So basically what blurts are is when you're writing down affirmations or thinking of positive things about yourself, but there's your subconscious that is coming up with negative beliefs or negative things about yourself that are just like, the fuck? What the fuck do you think you are to say that positive thing about yourself? So since this video is starting to get a bit long, I'm just going to read the affirmations that I wrote and just read the blurts that I wrote. And that's going to be about it. I just wanted to document my progress for week 1. Okay, so let me read the positive affirmations that I wrote. So, my creativity heals myself and others. I believe in myself and my skills. I am a creative genius. I am manifesting my dreams through my art. I am a vessel of limitless creativity and inspiration. My potential has no limits. I am creative. I am in tune with my artistic intuition. I am destined for greatness in my creative endeavors. It is safe for me to be bold and expansive. No comparison because no one is me. The only validation that I need is my own. I am a beacon of inspiration for others. I am creative and my ideas flow effortlessly. Creativity is not a competition. So these are my creative affirmations. And while I was writing them, there's a few blurts that came out. And the blurts are, do you really believe in your skills though? What art? Lol. Who would be inspired by you? It does have limits. Be realistic. You should doubt that intuition. Are you sure? LOL. Your ideas suck, dude. So yeah, these are the things that pop up in my mind when I say affirmations, because my other part of my brain is just like, the fuck are you talking about? But then when these blurts come out, I just go back to the affirmations and I reread them and I'm just like, I am worthy of that. I am creative. I know that I'm creative. I know that I have the potential. I know that I am worthy. Like, I don't need to compare myself to anyone, and I don't need to let these negative fucking points pop up in my head and make me doubt myself, because I know what I am worth and I know that I can do this. And I've been creative before and I've had compliments on it, but I just, again, I let these monsters in my life and situations in my life get to me and just ruin my perception of my creativity and what I'm capable of. So yeah, these are the exercises for week 1. How do I feel about it? Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna like it that much. It's like I'm excited to do this course, and it helps me just get back with my creative side and actually remember that I am allowed to be creative and I can be creative even if it's not perfect from the beginning. Practice makes it perfect. I have to start somewhere, and instead of just not being creative, I just have to work on myself and realize what was the issue in the first place and finally start being creative again. And so far I love it. I'm really excited to keep going. So if I, like, let's say the next week 2 is recovering a sense of identity. So I don't know what the fuck that's about. I don't know really what they meant by that, but we will be working on that. And yeah, that's about it. If you feel like me, where you're creative and you feel stuck and you don't know how to get unstuck, I know I'm not done with the course, but I recommend it because so far I get excited and I can already see things that are really helping. They even put quotes on the side, and so far I fucking love it, and I really can't wait to see how it's gonna be at the end of the 12-week program and how good I'm gonna feel about my creative self. So yeah. Thank you for watching. If you watched, and again, if nobody watched, I really don't give a fuck. It's for me, myself, and I. And I'll see you next week on Saturday with the week 2 check-in. Okay? Thank you. Bye.